Hello, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Helen, and we are
The Scummy Mummies. Now, our kids are a bit older now. We've actually got 4 between us. And I tell you what, I do miss the baby bit, Helen.
Oh, I do. Their squidgy little faces, their tiny little toes.
Oh, and the poo, of course. Oh, so much poo.
I know. Who knew someone so little could produce so much? I remember, Ellie, when I was pregnant, I bought all these like pastel, pretty little baby grows. What an error that was. 6 months later, I was wrestling him out of it.
Oh, I tell you what, I couldn't eat a chicken korma for the first 2 years.
Gross. No. Now, if you're still in that stinky stage, we've got a couple of top tips for you.
Yes, now first of all, if you've got baby boys like I have, here's a tip for when you're changing the nappy. As soon as you take the dirty one off, what happens is the cold air comes in, you see, and then they get the urge to do a little wee. So pop a baby wipe over the winky, you see, and you don't want that spraying everywhere, especially not in your face. So put a wipe on there while you sort out the clean nappy and it will soak up all the mess.
Oh, bingo bango. Now another top tip, of course, is just have nappies everywhere. In your bag, in every room of the house, and make sure you've got lots in the car. I reckon about 200 or 300.
Oh, you can't have too many, honestly, because look, we've all been there. So for example, you're in the car, Helen, and you really need a wee, and the baby is asleep in the back of the car. Now what do? Because obviously you can't leave the baby, and you can't wake the baby up because you're not insane.
Do you know what you do? You do a wee in a nappy. They hold a surprising amount.
Although there was that time, do you remember I'd had too much tea that morning and I had to use 7.
Oh gosh. Now, when you've used that nappy, Ellie, where do you put them? You put them in the bin. You don't put them in the recycling. No.
No, absolutely, Helen. Now here's the thing. 1 in 10 parents of kids under 3 have admitted to chucking their used nappies in the recycling, and that's a real problem.
Did you know that just a couple of nappies can contaminate a whole lorry load of recycling? So that's over 1,000 households worth. That means your entire neighbourhood's recycling efforts are wasted.
Exactly, and that costs a lot to sort out, and really there are better things we could be spending our tax money on. Now we know the labelling on nappies can be a bit confusing, but just because it says biodegradable or disposable, it doesn't mean those nappies can be recycled.
So remember, bin your nappy.
And then give yourself a pat on the back and a slice of cake.
Maybe 3 slices of cake.
And a pork pie.
Nice.